So just starting in a comfortable position. So in Shavasana, just allow your body just to take up some space. So widen your legs, widen your arms. Just get yourself comfortable. Maybe start to close your eyes if you'd like. And just begin to draw your attention inwards. Just starting to notice your breath. Just as it moves easily in and out through your nose. Just allowing the breath just to deepen naturally. Allow it to smooth out. And then just start to become aware of your body. So just noticing how it feels on the mat. Allow your body just to relax. Feeling areas of tension, maybe directing your breath towards those areas and try and allow them to soften. So releasing your hold. As your body begins to relax, just take a moment just to notice how you feel. Just allowing your thoughts just to come and go. So in this week's class, I thought we'd start to look at the chakras. So chakras, if you think of them as really spinning wheels, and they allow the energy that we create when we do our yoga practice to move up the body. So they're positioned in different areas in your body, and there's different schools of thought think how many there are, but if we kind of think of them being about 7 of them, and we're going to look at the first one today, which is our root chakra or malahadra. And the color of this chakra is red. So you can, if you want to, you can visualize the color red. So really just trying to stay close to the mat today, just grounding ourselves. And the root chakra is responsible for that feeling of kind of being grounded, feeling secure, feeling safe, which we've probably not done really well. So trying to just cultivate these feelings as we practice today. So when you're ready, we'll maybe start to move a little bit. So you can just start to move your fingers and your toes. And then from there, we're just going to bend your right knee in towards your chest. So you can take hold of your right knee. And if you want to, you're just going to extend and lengthen through your left leg and flex your foot a little bit. So the left leg starts to lift up off the ground. And just breathing into that. So you're just drawing the right knee in towards your chest and pressing the left heel, the left foot away from you. Take one more deep inhale. Change sides. So if you just extend through your right leg down, start to draw your left knee in. Again, flexing that left foot and drawing the left knee towards your chest. And just breathing in, feeling the root chakra, which is located just at the base of your spine. So start to feel that just dropping down towards the ground. You take one more deep inhale here. Now you can stay here with your upper body on the ground, or you could lift your upper body up off the ground. So we're just going to activate through the muscles of your core now. So on an inhale, just change legs. So draw the right knee in, extend the left leg away. On your exhale, we're just going to hold that. So do that again. So inhale, extend and change legs. And on the exhale, just hold it. If it gets too much, you can always lower the upper body, but inhale to change. Exhale, just holding with it. And do that again. So just take your own time just to move through that, just gently warming up. So really pressing away through your foot. So you're really lengthening your foot and you're really drawing the knee in. It's not passive in any way. So we'll keep that going. We'll do a couple more rounds of these. Again, if it gets too much for your upper body, release it down. And last one on either side. So just take your time through it. And then just slowly release yourself down. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Maybe take a little roll side to side. And you can take your hands either on top of your shins or behind the back of your legs. And we'll just roll back and forwards. We're just going to come up to a sitting position when you're ready. But take your time through that. And start to make your way up to sitting. So when you come up to sitting, we'll just extend the legs just out in front of you. And again, sitting up onto that root. Relax the shoulders. And we're just going to start to flex your feet. So you're pulling the toes up towards you. And then point your toes away. So stretch the feet away from you. Do that again. So flex your feet and point your toes. And a couple more times. So again, just activating the feet, which, you know, there's lots of different parts of our body that act as that root. And one of the most important ones is our feet. So we need to warm them up a little bit. And then drawing the toes back, keep the toes pulled towards you. And we'll start to circle the feet and the legs round. So just take both of your feet over towards one side, point your toes away, and then move both of your feet and toes towards the other side. So just circling round, just nice and gently in one direction. And then we'll move in the opposite direction. Again, just warming up a little bit through your ankles. And then make your way back to the center. So we'll come in for Dandasana now. So we're going to lengthen through the legs, lift through the upper body. Take your hands just by your sides and try and get the palms pressing down towards the ground. Activate your feet again. Try and get that feeling of using every single muscle in our bodies. So from the back of your ankles all the way up through your legs, through the hips, up through the crown of your head. So you're really lengthening everything. That feeling of grounding and safety and security. Take one more deep inhale here. And then we're going to reach up with the arms. So we'll stretch them up. And then just move forward into Paschimottanasana. So when you come in, maybe take hold of your legs, your ankles, your feet. We'll come in a few times to this posture today. So don't kind of worry about getting really deep into it on the first one. Just making your way in to where it feels okay. Without straining or grasping to get anywhere in particular. And just breathing into it. So using your breath to ground yourself. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. Start to come back up. So slowly slide your hands back up. And then from here, we're going to come into Virasana. So we're going to swing the legs around. So as you come in, you could grab a block to sit on here. If you can, we're going to tuck the toes under. So again, we're just awakening up our feet. If you find this particularly uncomfortable being on your toes here, then please don't do it. You can just sit down a little bit more, but try and make sure that your little toes doesn't get trapped. Sit up nice and tall. And then on an inhale, we're just going to open the arms. So we're going to open up through your chest. And on the exhale, we're just going to round in. You can give yourself a little hug. So do that again. So inhale, opening up through your chest. You can look up and back a little bit if you like. And on the exhale, just rounding in. Okay, we'll do that once more. So open through your chest, stretch, and then pull it in. And this time as you come in, you're going to wrap your right arm underneath your left. So you're going to come in either just taking hold of your shoulders, or if you want to, come in for Garudasana, so wrapping your hand either once or twice. And today we're going to round in, so you're going to round yourself in a little bit more. And again, just breathing into it, just stretching through your shoulders. Take one more deep inhale. Slowly come back up. Release the arms, and then on an inhale, we'll open up through the chest again. So just opening up and back. And the exhale, just rounding in. Do that again. So maybe pull back through your arms, draw your shoulder blades together, and then round yourself in. Okay, we'll do this once more. So again, when we come in, we're coming back into these Garudasana arms. So, but this time, if you change the arm that's underneath, so left arm this time, and then grab hold of what you can. And then if you want to, round in a little bit. Well done. Slowly come back up. Release your hands. Now this time we'll come forwards a little bit to release your feet. You might want to tap them a little bit. And then this time we're going to sit back onto your heels and take your hands behind you. Now first of all, when you get here, you might not be able to reach all the way back, but if you can, just push your chest forwards a little bit. So again, stretching in your chest. If you can manage to get your hands bent, and if you want to, you're going to lean back a little bit and lift your shins up off the ground. So that just stretches through our feet. So we lift the shins up. Again, if you don't want to, you can just bring your hands forwards and just stay here. But if you can, just lean into it. Well done. Okay, slowly come back forwards again. So walk your hands forwards. And then we'll just make our way into an all fours position. So we'll spread the hands under the shoulders and the knees underneath your hips. We'll take a few cats and cows here. So on an inhale, just dropping the belly and lifting the chest. And on the exhale, just rounding in. So do that again, just at your own pace, just warming up through your spine a little. And one last time. Okay, from here, when you're ready, we're going to extend the right leg behind you. So if you just extend it away, and if you can, extend the left arm. So just opposite arm to leg. So again, just stretching through your fingertips. Still flexing your back foot a lot. So you're pushing away through your back foot to get that little stretch. Push up and out of your shoulder and draw the belly up and in. Take one more deep inhale here. From here, we'll take the hand down, but we'll keep the leg lifted. And with that back leg, we're going to come in for a variation of our side plank. So you might want to place that right foot on the ground. If you can keep it lifted, then maybe start to rotate your hips. Maybe lift up through your right arm. And you could take your right hand onto your hips here, or you could reach the right arm up. Again, that right foot could be on the ground. It's just up to you, but flex your right foot strongly. And then maybe if you want to, you could start to reach that right arm over your ear. But again, only if it feels right. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll slowly take the right hand down to turn your hips forward again. And this time, if you pull your right knee towards your chest, and we're going to step it all the way up to the top. So we're just coming in for our low lunge here. So you might want to move back a little bit through your left leg. Try and keep your knee over your ankle and your front leg, and just let gravity work here. So gravity will kind of pull the hips down a little bit. Just try and lift your chest and lift your belly. Then we'll take one more deep inhale. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under on the back leg. Just lift through your back knee. And then if you walk your hands just to the inside of that right foot, and then walk them all the way around towards the long edge of your mat, and come into a wide leg forward fold here. So when you come in, you could have your hands on your legs if your hands don't easily touch the ground, or grab a block. Not be here that long, but you could grab a block. And just let everything go. So maybe give your head a little shake. Well done. When you're ready, we'll come up on an inhale, just halfway, and then we're going to turn back towards that right foot. So turn the right foot towards the top edge. Walk your hands round. Good. And then from here, we'll just step back just to downward facing dog. So maybe pedal out your feet a little bit, push up through your shoulders, maybe move your hips a little bit from side to side. So grounding through your hands, grounding through your feet. Okay, when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll just lift the heels up and just lower your knees down towards the ground. So just coming back into this all fours position. You can take a couple of cat-cows here just to loosen that off a little bit. So drop your belly and pull the heart forwards. And then just round in when you're ready. Do that again, so inhale, drop the belly. Just do that one more time. Okay, when you're ready, just move back towards the centre, so keeping your belly pulled down. We'll extend through the left leg this time, so extend it behind you. And again, if it feels okay, then do the opposite arm. So get a feeling of kind of lengthening and stretching. So from your hand all the way down to your foot, draw the belly in a little bit to support it. Okay, maybe flex your back foot. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll release the hand down, so we'll keep that left leg lifted. If you want to put the left foot on the ground now, they'll take it down. And then start to turn through your hip. So you could lift your left hand up off the ground. You could take it onto your left hip, or you could reach it up. And again, if you want that a little bit more, maybe stretch it up and over your ear. And one more deep inhale. Slowly and carefully just place your left hand on the ground and then draw your left knee towards your chest. As you do that, step it up towards the top of your mat again. So when you come in again, maybe sliding back through that right leg a little bit more. Try not to dump down, but keep everything else lifted. So lift the belly and lift the chest. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to tuck the toes under on the back leg again. So we'll lift the back knee up off the ground. Walk your hands to the inside of your left foot and then start to walk round again. So into that wide leg forward fold once more. Again, just let everything relax here. Let the weight move forwards a little bit towards the balls of your feet. Maybe give your head a little shake. Excellent. Okay, when you're ready, on an inhale, just come up halfway and then we'll start to walk back round towards that left foot again. So take your time coming round. And then when you get there, we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. So just step back. You start to pedal your feet out a little bit. Give your head a little shake. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, we'll look forward. So lift your heels and just take a slow walk up towards the top of your mat. When you get there, separate your feet about hip distance apart. And again, just let the upper body just fold forwards. Maybe take hold of your elbows and gently sway. When you're ready, release the arms back down again. On an inhale, we'll lengthen, so come up halfway. And on the exhale, you just fold back in. As you inhale here, we're going to come to chair pose. So you're going to sink the hips and lift the arms up. If you can always keep the hands towards your heart if you'd like to. And just breathing into it. So weight back in the heels. Again, a really grounding posture here. So we spread our toes. Okay, take one more deep inhale. And then we're just going to fold forwards towards our legs again. So on an inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale here, we're going to step back with your right leg. So if you just step it towards the back. Now you can lower your back knee down towards the ground. So do that if you like. So to work through our root chakra, we're going to lift up a little bit. So on an inhale, just lift your hands a little bit off the ground. If that feels okay, keep them there. Or maybe reach them back so they come along the side of your body like wings. And then if you want a little bit more of a challenge, reach them forwards. But it's quite a big challenge. Just work where you can. Always keep that back knee down. Take one more deep inhale. And then we'll bring the hands back down towards the ground. From there, we'll bend the back leg and just step up towards the top of your mat again. So on an inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, just folding back in. As you inhale here, we'll bend the knees and reach the arms again. So coming back into that chair. So again, weight back, chest lifted. Excellent. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Release forward, so just fold back in. Lengthen on the inhale. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your left leg this time. So again, when you step back, please feel free to lower that back knee. So draw the belly in, so you need to use your core a lot here. And on an inhale, maybe start to lift the hands just a little bit off the ground. Good, from there, reach the hands back if that feels okay to you. You always take them down to the ground, you know that if you need to. Or maybe reach the arms forwards. Strongly working through the legs. Well done, one more deep inhale. And slowly release the hands all the way back down. Okay, from here we'll step up towards the top. So bend your back leg, step towards the top of your mat. Lengthen on the inhale. And fold forwards on the exhale. On the inhale this time, we'll bend the knees, we'll reach up, rise up. And on the exhale, draw the palms together in front of your heart. Maybe just close your eyes down and just notice how you feel. So again, Tadasana is a really grounding posture, using our feet, using our toes to stay connected with the earth. Okay, we'll release the hands by your side. So you can keep your feet hip distance apart here if you'd like. We're going to reach up with both arms first of all. So on an inhale, just reach up. So maybe look at your thumbs. And on the exhale, we're going to release your left hand down. And then we're going to reach over to the side with that right arm. So just coming in for a nice stretch through the side of your body. Try and keep your weight in your feet even as you do this. Okay, on an inhale, reach back up. And on the exhale, just fold forwards towards your legs. Lengthen forwards on the inhale. And fold back in on the exhale. When you're ready, bend the knees, reach up, rise all the way up. And on the exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Okay, inhale, reach back up. Again, on the exhale, we're going to release that right hand down and start to reach over with the left arm. So pressing down equally through both feet. You go over to the side. Okay, very nice. Take one more deep inhale. And then reach back up with both arms. Folding forwards. When you're ready, bend your knees if you need to. Lengthen on the inhale. and fold back in on the exhale. Good. When you come back up, just reach up, rise all the way up, and draw the palms together in front of your heart. Okay, from here, we're going to come into tree pose. So we're going to bring your right leg. We're standing your left leg, and we'll use your right leg for tree. So you can either come in, so you're bringing your foot to the ground, or maybe up towards the calf, or maybe bring it up towards the inner thighs. Entirely up to you. Good. Okay. Now, today, what we're going to do is we're going to do like a little side bending tree. Again, if it doesn't suit you to do this, then don't. So with your right hand, you can either keep your right hand on your hip. You can maybe use it on your ankle here as well. And with your left arm, you're going to reach up and you're going to very gently tilt over towards the side. It's not big, okay? So you don't have to go that far. And again, if you're down here, it's just a little side stretch through the body. So the idea being that we should be strong and grounded like a tree, and trees will bend, they're not completely straight. And the wind and anything else affects them. So really just trying to use that same analogy here. So spread your toes, reach with the arm. Take one more deep inhale. And then slowly release your feet. Now we're going to widen your feet here. We're going to come into a bear squat. So your feet are fairly wide, almost as wide as your mat. And then we're going to sink the hips back. Hands can be towards your chest, or you can reach them forwards, or you can reach them by your sides, whatever you feel like. So we've done a similar squat to this before, which was called a half chair, but this is a really... You want to try and align your shoulders with your thighs. So your thighs are kind of parallel to the ground, and your shoulders and your chest is as well. So we're sinking really quite deeply to get into this root chakra. Okay, one more deep inhale. When you're ready, we'll just fold forwards towards your legs again. Lengthen on the inhale. I'm going to step back with your right leg on the exhale. And we're moving into warrior one. So as you come through with your leg, place your heel down, turn the toes forwards, and then start to make your way up into that warrior one position. So really building from the ground up. When you come up, relax your shoulders. Feel your feet on the ground. So really try and use and spread your toes on both of your feet. And feel where your feet connect with the ground. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, slowly turn into warrior two. So taking your time to come round, adjusting your feet on the ground if you need to, drawing back on that front knee, looking forwards, and draw the shoulders back a little bit. So the root chakra, or malahadra chakra, is our base chakra. So it's to the base of our spine. And sometimes if it's out of balance, we're either really kind of flighty and not able to concentrate on things for a long time, or sometimes we're just immovable. We're inflexible, not in a physical way, but just not willing to change. So we don't want that to be either of these. We want to kind of be in the middle. So working through this root chakra will help us with that. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll slowly release the hands. You can bring them towards the center. We're going to come in for goddess here. So your left foot is turned out, so turn your right foot out as well. So just sinking into that goddess posture. So the tailbone sinks down, the chest lifts. Well done. And try and lengthen through the crown of your head. So lengthen through your spine as the tailbone drops. So watch the knees are not dropping out to the side too much. So you want to pull them back a little bit. Now we're going to move through this. So you can either take your hands just onto your thighs. You could come down a little bit further and grab hold of your shins or your ankles. And we're just very kind of organically moving side to side. So just gently, just easing off through your hips a little bit. Because we're going to come into gate pose. But again, any variation of it is fine for you. So when you next come over towards the right, we'll stay across to the right hand side. So you might just stay up quite high in this gate pose. Use a block if you like. Maybe bring your hands towards the ground. You could sink down a little bit more. You could start to straighten through your left leg and flex your left foot. Again, some people are really open in their hips and they'll get down a lot. Just work where it feels right to you, without it feeling like you're straining to get there. And breathe. So your breath is a good gauge. So if you get to somewhere and you can't take the long, slow, deep breaths, then you're maybe going a little bit far. You maybe need to back out a little bit. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. We'll start to now just walk your hands just over towards that left side. And then as you do that, turn through the toes of your left leg and come into a low lunge position. Good, now walk your left foot out to the left side of your mat. So the hands are now in the centre. And then we're going to step your right foot into malahadra, so a wide yogi squat. So we'll bend the back leg, step it in. So as you come in, you might just sink your hips and just place your hands or your arms on your thighs. Maybe you can sink your hips deeper and bring your hands towards the centre of your chest. It's just up to you and where it feels right. So lift the chest, use your elbows to push back a little bit on your knees. Take one more deep inhale. And then we're going to come in for a little seat so you can use your hands behind you and just sit yourself down. And we're coming into Navasana. So we're going into a boat pose. So we're going to lift the legs up. Again, you could take the hands behind the back of your thighs. You can maybe start to straighten your legs and maybe release the hands, but just work where it feels right to you. So lift through your chest, lift through your belly. Well done. One more deep inhale. And then slowly release your feet down. And when you come down, we're going to come into a kind of reverse plank position, but we're not going to straighten the legs too much. So we're going to push through your feet, lift your hips up. Again, if this is too much, just keep them down and just lift the hips to this kind of reverse plank. Again, you can lower down at any point. And then from there, we'll slowly release the hips back down. Good, straighten the legs out in front of you. And we'll come back in for that Paschimottanasana. So again, that's seated forward fold. So if you want to use your strap this time, then grab it. So flex your feet, maybe bend your knees. On an inhale, maybe reach with the arms. And then just make your way forward. So just to any degree, and just see how it feels from that first one that you did. Without gripping or grasping. And maybe if you can easily reach your feet this time, you can maybe take your two-piece fingers, hook them to the inside of that big toe, and then just complete the bind with your thumb. And again, the elbows kind of point out to the side a little bit as you draw yourself forward. But if you're using your strap or you've got your hand somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, if you have a bind, then simply release it. Start to come back up again. I've got a couple of options here. So we're coming back to downward facing dog. So you could just simply swing your legs round, come to all fours and come in. If you want to, you can cross your legs over at the ankles, and then we go up and over the feet, and then step back to downward facing dog. So any of these options would do. When you get there, you can either stay here. If you want a vinyasa, then we'll move forwards on our inhale to plank, exhale to chaturanga, upward facing or cobra, make your way back, downward facing dog. Maybe take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh out your mouth. Maybe give your head a little shake. When you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll lift the heels, look forwards, and you can step or walk up towards the top of your mat. Just take your time. Lengthening on your inhale and folding forwards on your exhale. When you're ready, reach up, rise all the way up. And on the exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Maybe close your eyes down for a moment, just noticing how your body feels having done that one side. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands, we'll open the eyes, so we'll come back in and we'll do the other side. So we're coming back in for tree again. So again, maybe separate your feet. We'll bring your left foot in this time. So again, bringing that heel towards the ankle, maybe up towards the calf, or maybe using your hand and drawing it up. And again, you could stay here. You don't have to do that side variation on tree if you don't want to. So when you're ready, you can either stay here, you could take your left hand to your hip, maybe left hand to that ankle, and reach up through your right hand. And then just very gently move over towards that left side. So again, if it doesn't feel right, then stay in the center. Just work where it feels best to you. When you're ready, we'll slowly release the hands, and then we'll release the foot. So again, separating your feet quite wide on your mat, and then sink your hips back and down and reach forwards through your arms. So coming back in to that bear squat. So we want to try and align our spine. So the spine is kind of horizontal and the legs are horizontal from the knee to the hip. And the arms are reaching forwards, or maybe bring them towards your chest. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, we'll fold forwards towards your legs. Lengthen on the inhale, so stretch your legs out. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your left leg. So again, we're making our way into warrior one, staying close to the ground as we do that. So spread your toes, turn them, and then just start to gently come up. So take your time. As you come up, maybe reach up with the arms, relax your shoulders. Keep pulling that left hip forward, so align the hips to the front. And keep using your feet to ground yourself. When you're ready, we'll start to move into warrior two. So just slowly taking your time, coming round, adjusting anything that you need to. Align your arms, so stretch your fingers. Still using the feet a lot, so spreading the toes, rather than kind of crunching the toes and trying to grip, spread them out. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll bring the hands towards the center again, and we'll move into goddess again. So turning through the toes, this time of your left leg, sink your hips. And again, adjust your feet in any way that you need to. Align the shoulders, so draw them back a bit, open your chest. So once more, you can just stay here if you like. Maybe move your hands onto your thighs, maybe a bit further down. And then just start to gently move yourself from side to side. So taking your time, just easing through your hips. And then when you're ready, we'll move over to gate pose towards the left side this time. So just make your way over See how it feels. It might feel different from the other side, and that's okay. Sometimes, sometimes if you want to get down further, you can come up, so you lift the heel up. You just have to make sure your hands stay down to support you. And again, maybe flexing through that right leg, pulling the toes up on the right leg. Still lifting the chest and drawing the belly in. Well done. So slowly when you're ready, we'll start to come back up. We'll make our way over towards that right side. So turning through the toes of the left leg, right foot faces forward, and we're into this lunge position again. So we'll move both hands to the inside of your right foot and walk your right foot out towards the edge of your mat. So maybe turn the toes out, so we're coming in for malahadra again. And we'll bend through the back leg and step up towards the top. So both toes turn out, maybe your hands are on your thighs, maybe you can sink your hips and draw the hands towards the center. Try and lift the chest and lift the belly. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll start to make our way down again. So we're going to have that little seat and we're coming back in for Navasana. So again, we'll lift the legs up to any degree. You can keep hold of your legs, you can release your hands, you can straighten the legs and straighten the arms. Just work where it feels right. Keep lifting your chest up, keep drawing your belly in. Well done. Slowly release your feet back down. So again, if you want to, you can just stay there, or you can bring your hands behind you, so fingertips facing towards your hips. Maybe just lift the hips a little bit off the ground. You could stay there. Maybe lift the hips a lot. Maybe this time you straighten your legs. But just work where you can, where it feels right. Well done. Slowly start to lower yourself down. Coming back in once more for Paschimottanasana. So again, maybe sit more upright. Use your strap again if you'd like to. On an inhale, we'll reach up with the arms. And this time on the exhale, as you come in, you could take hold of your feet if you want to. So again, if you can, grab hold of your feet. Maybe do that. Maybe take hold of your ankles. Maybe use your strap. Well done. We'll take one more deep inhale. And then slowly start to make your way back up. So take your time. So as you come back up, we're going to take a wide leg forward fold now. So you want to widen your legs, maybe bend your knees. Again, if you want to sit on something, if that helps, then do that. Otherwise, just encourage your sit bones a little bit back. And then just make your way forwards. So you can just come in to that, just moving forwards, maybe use a block. Or maybe if you like to reach up, then do that. And then come forwards, whatever feels right. So try and relax the legs as much as you can here. And even scan the body for other areas that feel tight. So maybe you're holding tension in your shoulders, maybe in your legs. Try and relax them. Maybe just your jaw. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way back up. So maybe bring the legs in just a little bit. We're going to bend in through your left leg. So we'll keep that right leg where it is. We'll come in for that little side stretching posture now. So again, you can lay your arm along the inside or outside. You can grab hold of your leg or your foot or your ankle and then start to reach up and over with that left arm. Again, if you can reach the foot or the hand, then take it all the way over, but just work where you can, maybe even take it behind your head if that suits you. Well done. We'll start to come back up, so just take your time coming out of it. And we'll just change sides again. Give your legs a little shake before you come in. So flex your left foot, bend your right leg in, laying that left arm either side of the leg, maybe on top of it, or maybe grab hold of your foot, and then reaching up and over. You're just trying to grab the side stretch through the body here. So open up through the chest a little bit more. Well done. When you're ready, slowly start to come back up again. So just release that. And then we'll just give the legs a little shake again. So just bring them out into the front. Okay, when you're ready, we'll come down onto your mats now. So take your time coming down. So you can lay yourself down. You all right, Beth? Did you get chucked out? So when you come in, we'll just have your feet maybe about hip distance apart. And then from here, we're just going to lift up through your right foot and then place it on your left leg. So we'll come in for thread the eye of the needle today. So if you lift up through your left foot, you can take hold of the back of your thigh or maybe the front of your shin, just whatever feels right. Try and flex both feet just a little bit so you're getting a little bit of protection for your knee. Try and relax into it, so let the shoulders relax. Okay, from there, just release the legs, but keep them crossed. So we'll take your left foot down, and then we'll drop both of your legs just over towards the left side. Again, when you get there, if it feels too much, you can uncross them, maybe spread the arms and look along your right hand. So we'll make our way back to the center. So take your time, uncross your legs and even up your hips. And then we'll lift the left foot off the ground. So again, flexed, placing it on that right thigh. Maybe start to lift your right foot. Hands behind the back of the thigh or front of the shin, wherever it feels right. Try and relax your shoulders and your head and neck so we're not straining too much. Okay, when you're ready, slowly release again, keeping the legs crossed. We'll drop both legs over towards the right side, spreading the arms again and maybe look along the left hand. When you're ready, slowly back towards the centre, uncross the legs. So this time we'll just take the soles of your feet together and just allow the knees just to drop out to the sides. So let the legs relax down, allow the spine to relax. Again, feeling that root chakra at the base of your spine. And when you're ready, we'll slowly just bring the legs back together. You can draw your knees towards your chest now, so maybe take a little roll side to side or forwards and back. So from here, we're going to move into Shavasana. So if you'd like to grab hold of something to keep you warm, so your socks, jumpers, whatever. So we'll do a little malahadra chakra on meditation to finish. So when you're ready, you can come back into Shavasana once more. So just finding a comfortable position, maybe allowing your eyes to close and start to come down into your breath, down into your body, relaxing your belly, softening your mind. And maybe just start with 3 long, deep breaths here. Feel the support beneath you. Connect with the ground below and let it take your weight. Become aware of the sounds around you. Let them be there. Notice the light and shade, the air touching the surface of your body. Sense the sky above and the horizon stretching all the way around you. The earth below supporting you. Allow your mind to empty what it no longer needs to hold on to. Let it go. Flow out and away. Allow your body to release what it no longer needs to hold on to. Let it go. Flow out and away. Draw yourself back from where you've been in your day. Draw your energies back to your center. Ground yourself in this moment, here. Begin to sense the space around you. Breathe with the space and become aware of the rise and fall of your breath. It's coming and going. The sensations, sound, temperature. Breathe down to where the weight of your body rests, below the space of your spine, to your root, your chakra of belonging. Breathe into your root, let it soften and gently expand on your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. Allow your root to connect down to the ground below, deep into the earth, and invite in the colour red, the colour of the earth. Bathe your root with red. Empowering, embodying, grounding you in the here and now. Let your root take what it needs and say the words, I am here. I am enough. I have the right to be here as I am. The earth supports me. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose, and then we'll just sigh it out your mouth. We'll do that again, so deeply inhaling through your nose, and then just let it go. When you're ready, we'll start to just move your fingers and your toes, maybe stretching your arms overhead. When you're ready, you can bring your arms back over, maybe starting to bend your knees now, and drawing your knees to your chest or keeping them on the ground. And start to move gently side to side. And when you're ready, we'll just start to make our way up to sitting. So just take your time. You keep your eyes closed as you come up, but there's no rush. So just finding a comfortable seat when you're ready. Bring the palms together in front of your heart. Just leaving a little gap to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed our first chakra practice. Namaste. Well done, everyone. So unmute yourself any questions.